gonna start. Hello? Am I there? Hi! How's it going? Hey, I'm Marc. I'm your parasocial friend on the internet. Yes, I am. I'm here to entertain you. I sure am, yes. And I'm also here to piss off a lot of people. My presence just makes people angry. Oh, like crazy. Can you hear me okay? Is the mic working and all that? I guess I should go and look. Let's see here. I guess I should go. Oh yeah, it works. Yeah. So here I am. And everything else. And that. So what's new? What's been going on in the world of the internet? What have I missed? Any crazy news or any crazy stuff I should react to? I made a level 5 for my game. 5 levels now. It's starting to turn into a fucking fever dream for me. Yeah. I was like, I was kind of fasting last night. And so I went to bed pretty hungry. Just coffee and water. And I kept getting woken up about 3 in the morning. Yeah, I just kept, like, 'cause that's when like the whole spirit realm, it's like the veil's thin or whatever you want to call it, right? So sometimes you get woken up to pray, do like spiritual warfare and shit. So I was laying in bed, I'd wake up and I'd be like, kind of like laying there and be like, I'd say a little bit and I'd pass out and then I'd wake up again and I'd say, pray a little bit and pass out again. It just kept going on and on. And then I ended up getting up like pretty early and I was fucking hungry. I felt like shit. So I was like, I wolfed down some food and I started watching a movie and I just got super tired and I just passed out. And I started having like fever dreamy type dreams about making this game. It was just like fucking rooms all sort of joined together and put together like Lego and shit like that. It was just fucking weird. Yeah. Yeah. I woke up with some crazy insight. Yeah. It was, yeah. And then I thought about it all day. Yeah. It's crazy insight. Yeah. About, yeah. It's just stuff. It's just stuff and things. Yeah. It had everything to do with like the social hierarchy. I was thinking a lot about it. Yeah, it's I realized something, It's like fame, the social hierarchy, all that stuff. It ends like at the end of the day it's up here. It all happens upstairs in your head. All of it. Fame, it's all in your head. It all is, yeah. And there's little things throughout the day and that is there to fuel you thinking where you are in the social hierarchy or to think you're famous and stuff like that. But it's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's not anywhere else. Just, sure there's sycophants and there's like, people admire you or whatever, or people tear you down, different things, but it's all, at the end of the day, it's only in your mind. Yeah. The social hierarchy, where you rank, it's just in your head. Nowhere else. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I thought about that. And I got right, deep into it. And I really thought about it. For sure. Yeah. It's the internet's a really fucking weird place, It really is. It's not a sane place. And by any means, there's not a sane person that exists online. Not even close. No, not anywhere. You won't find them anywhere. No. It's like, if I think about, like, say, like, look at all the master debaters, people that debate. They try to expose each other and call each other out, and trying to shame each other into taking accountability and all that stuff. They're just tearing each other off of their pedestals and trying to get up on top of the other. They're just climbing up, trying to get to the top of the social hierarchy. But it's all in their heads. And they think that people are admiring them and wanting to be like them, and that they're, even like worshiping them. But they're not. They're just watching a dumpster fire of people attacking each other. Yeah, it's only in their mind. It's later on. They say to themselves, I'm at the top. I'm famous or something, they say to themselves. I'm worshipped, they say to themselves. But it's only in their head. It's not real. Yeah. So, I mean, by that logic, you could literally not talk to anybody, online, make a mental, effort to not compare yourself to anybody, and just go on and live your life and imagine to yourself in your imagination that you're at the top of the social hierarchy and you wouldn't know any different. Yeah. If for some reason you were able to weed out everyone and not feel alone and just imagine yourself as famous and gaslight yourself into believe it, you'll have the same experience as someone that is famous with sycophants around them. Yeah, because it's not real. It's only in your head. Isn't that crazy? It's true. Yeah, it's so true. But it's like we need external validation, right? So people are doing all kinds of shit to get noticed. Like, why am I here right now? To show up. I'm here to show up. I'm here. I'm at the party. I'm here. You know what I mean? I exist. I'm online. Hey, look, I'm here with all you guys online. It's kind of ridiculous. It really is. And if you were like watching this video, like watching it back, I'm not here at all. You're watching a memory. Yeah. And the numbers dictate, to you in your mind where you are in the social hierarchy. It's like having a bunch of sycophants around, but they're numbers. Just a bunch of fucking numbers. And you think that's proof as to where you exist in the social hierarchy. You think that's what does it. It's not real, it's in your head. Yeah. It is for sure. It's like when I am playing a gig, like playing a show, or I'm on stage with some band, right? Whoever the fuck I'm playing with at the time. All I see is some lights, and the audience is performing harder than we are because there's cameras around, and everybody's going to be noticed, so everybody is playing it up. So the audience is performing harder than the band is, right? For real. And the band thinks that they're doing great. They do. They think they're doing awesome. But it's just the audience trying to look cool for the cameras. Because they, in their minds, imagine that they're going to be seen online and be famous, worshipped, loved, admired, sexually desired. And it's in their heads. Yeah. Isn't that fucked? We can go deeper even. It's like, okay, so what are we here for, human beings? We kind of serve each other, right? Like our purpose. If you look at in any situation, it's like, what's your purpose here? What's the reason that you're here? Well, you bring something to the table. Maybe you're here to save people when they're sick, feed people, whatever it is, your job. But it's there to keep people going. So we're serving each other. So if there was no one else around but you, what's your purpose? Why are you even here? Think about that for a minute. If you're here for the human race, then we're serving each other. If there's no one else around but you, why the fuck are you here? That's the whole point. People who want power, what the fuck for, right? You know, to make a bunch of things happen? Okay, so you experience making a bunch of things happen. Now what? Now you go home and in your mind you tell yourself you're powerful at the top of the social hierarchy, but it's all in your head. You'll do things to prove to yourself that it's true, but it's all in your head. It's not real. It's just in your mind. It starts and ends there. And everything around you is just there to help you gaslight yourself into thinking you're important. I woke up with that. And I thought about it all day. Yep. And then if you look at the Reddit trolls, oh my God. I put up a post the other day. I don't know if you read it. It's like, it's basically, it's a big fat mirror. It was ironclad perfect. There was a big fat mirror to be held up to people that are trying to, like, you know, discredit me and reframe me and stuff like that, right? The cool thing about it was that it's just there's people that will screenshot things that I say, and then they take it to other people and they reframe it and add their own context to it. Right? That's what's been happening, right? And it's all to, well, we'll get into what that's for, right? But basically what I did is I held up a mirror to these people's faces, and if they were to screenshot it, they'd be holding the smoking pistol. They'd be outing themselves to everybody because of what was said in there. Yeah. And I posted it. It was ironclad, perfect, like perfect. It was a juicy morsel for someone to reframe as, you know, I'm losing it or something like that, to discredit, you know, me psychologically or emotionally or something like that, right? It's all to, you know, weaken the whole system. I'll explain that. But I mean, they couldn't use it because it would have been proof that they were doing a thing. I had said everything that they would say. I explained how they would reframe everything in this post about the post, and that the, you know, screenshotting it and showing it would be the smoking pistol that they're doing this. So the people that were reframing this stuff couldn't do anything with it, and them reading it was just looking at themselves in the mirror and how foolish they were being, you know, and what they were actually trying to do. I was exposing themselves to themselves. So I go and I actually posted this on Reddit too, right? And sure enough, a few people, you know, came out and hi, I love you too. A few people, actually trolls, came in and they went like, you wish I read all this through, but I don't have the time, and dude, take your meds, get some rest, you know. But the thing is that they outed themselves, and it was fucking hilarious to me, and hilarious to anybody else that was reading it too. Had a few people that outed themselves for being idiots, And I had a few people that jumped in and were like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Happened to me, you know? And then I got banned from from the subreddits. Yeah, one of them was the narcissistic abuse subreddit. I mean, it was perfect. It was made for it, you know? It was outing narcissists. But narcissists hang around in there. They hang around in there and they try to torture people who have been abused. So they were mad. And so all those people, they flagged it. And the Reddit moderators who are just, I was thinking about the Reddit moderators. They're fucking hilarious. Think about it. They're at the lowest of the social hierarchy. So they become moderators because they think it's going to give them power, right? And then what they do is they take the rules that are there and they twist them, and they'll grab a hold of you, even though you're following rules or whatever, or what you posted is perfect for it. They'll grab you and they'll ban you, or remove your shit. And so if you talk to them, then they twist the rules and gaslight you and shame you into thinking you did something absolutely horrible and against everything that that is life itself. But I mean, and then they go to bed at night and they gaslight themselves into thinking they're at the top of the social hierarchy. But they're not. They just got orange dinks from all the Cheetos they eat and a bunch of lies in their heads. They're just stinky, low on the social hierarchy people who attack others on there for a sense of power so they can lie to themselves. Because it's all in the head. It all exists in your head. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I've got people that, it's like this. There's nothing special about me. I'm just a whatever dude, I'm not at the top or the low or the mid. I'm not anywhere as far as I'm concerned on social hierarchies go. This is bullshit. I don't really care about that at all. No, you know what I mean? But I mean, there's people that think that I'm, where they want to be. And a lot of times they'll end up in my friend groups, right? And they'll see me, I'm confident because I'm me. I don't give a fuck, so I'm just confident because I don't fucking care, right? And I know better. And so I just, I care about my friends. I talk to them. I listen to them. I have fun with them and all this stuff. And to these people, they think I'm up there. And they want that because they're not that, right? What do you got there? What is... This message is held for review, but there's nothing there. It's just a you. I don't have... What's that? I don't have to be the top dog, but there's definitely something special about you. Yeah, I'm retarded. That's the only special there is. No. But I mean, so I mean, in their heads, they think I'm where they want to be, right? And the thing is that, so there's something about me that they want to absorb. And in order to do that, they have to hoover off of me. So they have to slowly suck me dry. They have to convince my friend group that I'm not me and they're me. So they take all the qualities that my friend group is responding to, and they sort of absorb that. And then they have to reframe me so that they don't believe I'm me and they believe they're me, kind of thing. It's an obsession. It's really, yeah, it really is. And so it's just sort of narcissistic abuse, right? So they'll work on you. When they're hoovering you, they're sucking the life out of you. And as they're reframing you and talking about you, you can tell your friends are looking at you strange, and it starts to get to you. So you start talking to your friends, and you might even point out that you realize that this friend is actually, this person in the friend group is doing the thing, right? But if they're already gaslighting your friends, saying, you should be wary about who Marc is. I think he's up to something. Or, or I think he's a narcissist, stuff like that. Then when I go to my friends, say, hey, this dude's fucking doing a thing. Then my friends go to the dude and they bring it to him or her or whoever it is, right? Which is exactly perfect for that person, because then they take all that information and they twist it and they go, see, I told you, he's reframing me. I told you. And then they keep working on you. And they do. They keep working on your friends. And you can tell. So they work on your nervous system. They slowly drain you as to who you are. So you start getting depressed, getting strange, getting weird, getting drained. You start acting out of sorts. They start going, haven't you noticed? Haven't you noticed that this is going on with Marc? I think his mental health is going downhill. And they see that, your mental health is going downhill because you're getting drained and hoovered dry and reframed, right? And so you slowly stop becoming you and acting like you, and they start absorbing you and acting like you. And sooner or later, they work you down. And as they're working on your nervous system, 1,000 cuts over a long period of time, they start to control you. So they find little dog whistles and things to reinforce the torture that they're doing to you, right? To start getting you to pop and jump around and things like that. You know what I mean? And then they'll get you to do that in front of your friend group and reframe it and go, see, I told you. See, look, isn't it strange? He's acting like this. And they keep doing it. They keep doing it until they get this one last fucking, once they've worked you right down till you're not you anymore. And your friends notice. And now they got you in the palm of their hand. And they wait for that perfect moment, and then they don't even have to throw the dog whistle out themselves to get your nervous system to react. It could just be anything around you, that'll be that last straw that breaks your camel's back, and then you fucking have a reaction to it, a stress response, and they go, look, see? And then you get thrown out of your group, or you get excommunicated or stuff like that. You know what I mean? Was that you've been experiencing the same type of thing? But I know that I'm about to be so insanely rich soon. What's that? I'll buy these. Oh, you're not supposed to say that, and okay, he said a bad word. I'm sorry. Don't say that again. That's bad. But yeah, it's true though. Like, I mean, and they'll get you, like, kind of thrown out of your friends group or pushed out of your friends group and stuff like that. But you know what? That's okay. I forgive you. Hopefully everybody else is too. Now here's the thing. Now they have to keep up the ruse. They have to, yeah. So now that they got their work cut out for them. Because now they have to be me. Or all the things that they absorbed. And they have to keep convincing my friend group that I'm the thing that they were trying to convince them that I was. But the thing is that I'm out of the friend group where this was happening. And so the hoovering stopped. As you can see, I'm back to normal again. I'm all glowed up naturally. Right? Because it's all stopped. Right? Michael, hello, Marc. Hope everything's going. It's going great, man. How's it going, Michael? Yeah. So now they have to keep up the ruse. They have to pretend to be all the things they're not. All the things that they try to absorb from me, so that my friend group will treat them like me, or like, well liked at the top of the social hierarchy, which is only in their head, right? Now, I've watched this happen over and over again. They can't keep it up. They can only do it for a little while. And it all comes crashing down around them. Plus, what they've done to me happens to them threefold. Because what they did is called it's a form of witchcraft, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't have to do anything back. You know what I mean? And at all. I don't have to, and I'm not going to say these people's names or anything like that. This is a lot of times it's happened to me. Lots of different friend groups, It's not anybody in specific, and I would never say anyways. You know what I mean? These people, they got their own life lessons to figure out. They don't need me pointing them out or anything like that. They got their own problems, When people do shit like that to me, I pray for them. I pray blessings on their lives, so that way they don't have to do the witchcraft, and that things will start going well for them. But as they work me out of a friend group and lie and gaslight and, reframe me, it's happening to them in their lives with other things, So this kind of thing might be happening to them threefold at work. They might even get fired or something. You know what I mean? Or and they wonder why everything's going shitty, right? It's like, it's witchcraft comes back at you threefold. It always does. Whether I'm Christian, so whether it hits, whether I'm covered in the blood of Jesus Christ and it hits or not, I don't send it back. I pray blessings. Doesn't matter. It comes back at them threefold, and their lives fall apart. And I've seen it over and over and over and over again. It does the thing, right? Yeah. So sometimes it's people that want to be me, or at least absorb what they think is what they want, because they think it's going to get them up well liked and on the top of the social hierarchy and all the things. Or it's somebody that is manipulative and have told me too much, and they think that they're going to get caught manipulating the people around them, especially when they turn on me. And then, and that's when I know that they've been lying to me about the people around me and my friend groups and stuff. Because that's another thing. There's people in my friend groups I've been in that have manipulated people around me and gaslit me into believing that these people weren't who they said they were, and even caused me to push them out of my my life out of fear, right? And even had me say, worried to the point where I've said to my friends, hey, if we're going to hang out, I don't want to be hanging out with this person that because of this and that. So then they've had me spread witchcraft around, right? And I don't know any better until they turn on me with the same thing, the same plan, the same technique, the same shooting for the same outcome. Then I know. And then they worry because they think that they're going to get caught because I know too much. And so they'll do the same thing. They'll lie. They'll do all kinds of things. Sometimes they'll even try and convince. They'll try and hoover me down and make me crazy, and then even try to call hospitals or something to try and get you locked up in the mental, so that way no one will find out, right? People are evil and they will do that shit. Fucking rights they will. Oh yeah. Some people will do it just, if they've been like butthurt by religion, and they find out that you're religious, like I'm Christian, right? Oh boy, look out, it's on. They'll do all kinds of shit for sure. They'll see you as the enemy because they've been butthurt by religion. There's a demon. It's the Pharisee's demon, right? And what it'll do is it will possess a Christian, and they do it so that way they could take scripture, twist it, and then attack people with it, right? An actual Christian doesn't do that. They don't. I'm an actual Christian. As close as hey, I'm not the best at it. I'm working hard at it, right? But an actual Christian isn't going to demonize you. So if you're like sinning all over the place, right? An actual Christian isn't going to say you're going to hell and you're, sinner and all that stuff. No, they're going to pick you up when you fall down. They're going to love you when nobody else does. And they're going to pray blessings all over your life because they love you. You know what I mean? Even if they don't know you, they know how important you are to the whole system, for sure, right? But one that's possessed by a Pharisee's demon will twist scripture, because it's a demon, right? Possessing somebody. And they'll try and shame you down because they want to rip you apart. They want to rip your life apart, your life force. They want to make you believe that you're too dirty for God. And that's what a Pharisee's demon will do. Right? And so when someone's been attacked like that, they don't want to be attacked like that again. So when they come across me and they find out I'm Christian, they don't know. They don't know what a real Christian is. They just don't. So they think that they're going to get attacked. It's pretty crazy, yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, it is. Was that, you should start taking calls from the audience, set up a text now account or Google Voice to get an extra phone number for free. You can give advice and talk with us on stream. You could do that? No way. Fuck. How hard is it to set something like that up? That'd be pretty wild, eh? Just that we could just all back and forth talk like that. That would be cool, yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm not in the situation with this last friend group where I was being, reframed and attacked and drained and stuff like that. I've got family, that still pull this shit, right? Yeah, they see me, like, as soon as they found out that I was still playing guitar and still in the music industry, they all went fucking psycho. They were like, because it's like they see me and they go, okay, we need to attack the essence of who he is. We need to destroy him, they say. And so they attack, the music part. They think, oh, there's the essence, let's attack the music part. You know what I mean? So they'd shame me for being a musician, shame me for being on stage, for playing music, for writing music, for singing, for playing, all that stuff. They were like, make it stop. They're all like, take it down, And so they think I'm on a pedestal. And so they're trying everything to make that go away. Sure, there's a whole bunch of witchcraft going on right now on their end, Oh, yeah, for sure. And, like, as a group effort, that shit hits. And so, I'm not in this project that I was last in. No. So now it's new stuff, new projects. Yeah, I won't tell you what it is yet. It's going to be a surprise. Yeah, it's going to be a really good one. Yeah, it's going to be a really good one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, look out. I'm coming back. Coming back with something pretty wicked. Yeah. And it's going to make them mad. Yeah, it's going to make them mad. I've got some, I literally have a family member that's literally doing witchcraft on me. I've also got an ex-girlfriend that's literally doing witchcraft on me and is going to see a tarot card reader to find out information about me. Oh, for sure. But the thing is that, um, like it doesn't matter how many, like how, like I sit and I pray for them. I pray that good things happen to them in their lives, and save them from all this. So that way they can be happy too, and content and, financially be good, be emotionally okay and spiritually okay, right? But the thing is that every time they do this shit, it comes back at them threefold and they get attacked with the exact same thing that they do to me. Because anytime you do witchcraft, you're sending demons out to do a task, and then they'll do the task, and it might hit, one day on me when they do it, and then another day it won't, depending on, how I am spiritually in that moment or where I'm at, right? But then they come back for payment to them. So if they're doing the witchcraft, right, and they send, some demons after me to try and either find out information about me or to do some sort of weird love spell or, or whatever, or to, try and make it so I don't have, a love life, or that I lose my band or my job or whatever it is, right? Whether it hits me or not, those demons will come right back at them, and they'll do to them what their task was against me threefold. They get hit 3 times as hard. So now their lives are even worse. Yeah, every time. Every time. They can't get away from it. For sure, You think that would be enough to make them stop. But the thing is, they don't know any better. Some of them, they just don't know, and the ones that do, they try protection spells and all that stuff, but it doesn't help. It's just like back and forth. It just keeps coming right back and hitting them hard. It comes right back at them, hitting them hard, And so I got, so there. When I say there's people that in my family and that do witchcraft. There is one that does it knowingly, and there's some that do a form of it unknowingly, and that would be, turning people against me, gathering people together and reframing me in order to try and make something happen. In order to try and convince people that I'm crazy and need to be locked up or something like that, right? Which is just absolute bullshit. It's always been bullshit. I'm not crazy. I've never been crazy. Ever. Not once was I crazy. Not really. Not for real. I was hoovered and narcissistically abused and made to look crazy, But it only lasts until they stop. It's not real. It's fake. Then it goes away as soon as they stop. Then everything comes back to normal and I'm all glowed up and okay again. As you can tell, back to normal, right? It's just the way it is. But it's a form of witchcraft. So when you go and you get a whole bunch of people together and you gaslight them and make them think that somebody is not who they say they are in order to make something happen, in order to make them go away or something, or be put away. It's a form of witchcraft. And so all that comes right back at them. Yeah. So if I got one family member that's doing that, well, their lives are being ripped apart by demons as they're doing it. And which fuels them more to keep doing it, because then what they do is these demons also want them to continue and destroy their lives. So they point at me and they say, look, it's him, see? He doesn't deserve to be on stage, under the spotlight, doing well, smiling. You know what I mean? It just self-perpetuates itself. It does, yeah. So yeah, this is a thing. And it all ends inside their mind. It starts and it ends in their mind. It does. It attacks their mind. It's a war. The spiritual warfare is a war for your mind. Yeah. That's what it is. It's to control your mind. Control who you think you are. Control the masses. Whatever it is, right? Yeah. Some it's a strive for power. Clout. But it's not real and it's not good. The things you think you want that are on, in the world, you don't want them. You think you do. But you just want to believe that you're somewhere up there. That's all it is. And you're looking for things in your reality to tell you that you're there. Because otherwise you feel bad, right? Yeah. So as you can see, this is a thing that happens to people. And you watched me go through it. And you see the result when it all ends. So this is a perfect example of what it looks like when it starts, while it's happening, and when it's over. Yeah, and now you know. For sure. Now, you got to be careful because when people try to convince you you're crazy, and they can gaslight you into being crazy for a while. And if you don't know any better, and you run to the medical system for help, because you're like, help, I'm losing my mind, and you don't know you're being narcissistically abused, they'll drug you hard. And then they'll further gaslight you into thinking you're crazy. Plus, you'll start acting crazy and out of sorts because you're all high as fuck on medication. And that can ruin you for a long time, too. Sure, yeah. People can be dangerous, man. When they want what you have, and they want to take you off your pedestal, either because they're jealous, or they're angry, they can be dangerous. And you got to be careful, and you got to be on it. And you got to realize when it's happening. If your friends don't really know who you are, then they're going to believe somebody who's trying to absorb you and push you out and become you, and kind of glue themselves into the network of your friend system, right? And when that's happening, and your friends don't know you, they're not your friends, and it's not anywhere that you need to stay. You should always leave earlier than later. That's something I've learned through all of this. Through everything every time I experience this, that's something I learned. Walk away earlier. Because it's not worth it. You're never going to win against somebody that's doing that. And they're never going to win doing that to you in the end. In the end, your friend group is going to figure it out. I know, I've watched it happen. I've watched the outcome after, I'm at this stage right now, right? Where I'm away from it. I'm all happy. I'm well, I'm glowed up naturally. Because, not being hoovered on, not being driven mad anymore, not being driven crazy. I let it go and I'm okay again, right? Now, I've watched, like, say, good example. Here's a really good example. Someone that I was dating at one time, a girl I was dating at one time, convinced my entire family, her family, my whole friend group, and that I was somebody that I wasn't, right? And even got married and had to work harder to prove to all those, to keep proving to all those people that I was saying I was someone that I wasn't, right? And that they were who they said they were. The thing is that I know, because it's been many years, and I've heard through the grapevine and talked to people that have come to me now and said, "Oh yeah, we know now, Mark." And they know. And they found out everything. They figured it all out because they watched what this girl that I'm speaking of, what this girl did. That whole thing fell apart, and she couldn't hide who she really was. And the dude that she got married to became the new target. And she did all the same things to him as she did to me. And that's what happens. So they don't win in the end. They just don't. They lose every time. So rest assured, don't even worry about it. People figure it out. They just do. And it's crazy. You wouldn't believe the amount of people try to absorb who I am. How am I? Remember me? About turn on you YouTube to go to sleep and see you're live. Oh yeah? No way. Yeah, I remember you. How are you? Yeah, like yeah, it's a crazy thing that goes on in the world. I'm good, man. School and hobbies in the way. Oh yeah? Oh, that's good. Fuck yeah, right on. Oh, I'm glad you're having a good time. I'm glad you're doing good in life. That's what I want for you is all. For sure, yeah. Absolutely. So here's the thing too. God will close the door on the people that aren't good for you if you ask him to. How did your break go? My break from streaming and that? Oh, it was good. I had to take care of a bunch of stuff. I had to straighten out some things in my life there, like that I've been just talking about and that. I had to get things in order and move forward, and so things are going back to normal again, back to good health and the whole thing, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, like I got some good stuff coming. Well, that's good. What about your weed break? Hope you're in good mindset. Yeah, I'm still off of weed. Yeah, yeah. Still, it's been December 8th is when I quit. I woke up in the morning and I owed the person that I was buying weed off of. I had owed, rang up a bill with them, right? And this person was every time this person had money problems, or would wake up panicking about money, they message me up and take it out on me and throw the anxiety my way instead. And and that morning I was just like, fuck this. I'm tired of being manipulated. I'm going to remove the locus of control, which was the weed. So I removed it. that morning. Just fuck that. Done. And I said that. I quit. I said, I'll pay you back, a little bit every month until it's paid off. And that's it. I quit. You don't have anybody that's going to buy weed off you anymore, not on my end. Yeah, that's it. I removed it. And then they couldn't do it to me anymore. Just couldn't. Remove the locus of control. Sometimes you got to do that. How much did I owe? Fuck, I owed like $1,000. Yep. It was like I was like, oh, it was terrible. It was terrible, yeah. And then my amplifier died, so I had to buy like a new amp. And so it was a crazy thing. So it was just like, but that's okay. My friend, is waiting, and now that I paid off this amplifier, I had to buy. I can start paying my friend $100 every month, right? So that'll be good, and so 9 months it'll be all flattened out. Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty. You know what? Here's the thing about me: when I decide I'm gonna do something, I'm stubborn and I'll do it. And if I decide that I'm gonna stop doing something, I'm stubborn and I'll just stop. Because here's the thing is, I'm a workaholic, right? When it comes to, doing things. It's like, I realize that now. I just am. And I know that if I want to learn something or I want to get good at something, I know that all I have to do is apply myself every day. And I've seen it happen over and over and over again. Every time I do, and I go hard and I apply myself and I never give up and I never stop, every day I get really, really fucking good at a thing. Yeah. And because of that, I'm stubborn and I keep doing it if I want it. If I really want it, I'll do it. And I just keep doing it every day and it works. So if I decide I want to quit, like first I just I want to quit vaping, right? And I smoked for years and all that. And I said, fuck it. And I was just like, God, help me quit. Just take this damn vape away from me. I don't fucking want it anymore. Sorry, swearing. So I was just like, I don't want it anymore. And I ate potato chips for 3 days. My good friend Terry, because he quit smoking, and he told me, he goes, just have munchies around all the time. And so for the first 3 days, I ate way too many potato chips until I was sick of that. And then I was just like, fuck this, cold turkey. And I did a little trick in my head. And I was like, okay, the withdrawal that I feel, I'm going to separate it from it being withdrawal. So I'm not going to call it withdrawal, and I'm going to detach it from where it's coming from. So now it's not a feeling because I don't have nicotine. It's not withdrawal from nicotine. It's just an uncomfortable feeling. I dealt with it as an uncomfortable feeling. Action is greater than intention in every way. Also, diligent coping with death is coping with the fact we are all animals on earth and will eventually be with the dirt no matter what you believe in. It's true. It is true, yeah. How to cope with death? Like we just exist and experience stuff, but then it will just end and we can't experience life anymore. It's spooky. Well, I don't think definitely it's not over when it's over. Definitely not. Absolutely not. We've seen, even outside of religious beliefs, there's just been way too many reports from near-death experiences, that say otherwise. Yeah. Plus, if you look at all the religious stuff, it tells you different. Even if it's like satanic religion stuff, what all the elites are doing in that tells you completely different. It's not over when your body dies. There's no fucking way. There's no way. No, there's just too much evidence out there. You know what I mean? But yeah, when I quit, so it was like, that uncomfortable feeling of no nicotine. Well, I was still smoking weed at the time, so I just was smoking weed instead. I smoked more weed. And then when I decided to remove that locus of control so that my friend could stop abusing me, that was determination. And I said, God, take this away from me too. And he made it easier. And then I just went hard on that. And then it was just like I was like determined, like as if you're going to get a tattoo. And there was a tattoos, and and it hurts and all this stuff, but you're like, it's a tribal thing, it's a warrior thing. I took it like that. So I was looking at it like that. And so I went hard at it like that too. And it was good. It was really good. It went well. And God helped. Like big time. Yeah, for sure. So I quit that. I quit weed, I quit vaping. And then gooning, completely quit that. Holy fuck, I feel better now. Yeah. Feel way better that I don't goon at all. Oh my God. Holy cow. What a difference. What a difference. Like you're going to bed? Good night? Okay, have a good sleep, Diljan. Yeah, it's like one day, it was that, there's definitely something, maybe one day it'll speak to me whatever way. I'm heading to bed. You're going to bed too? Okay. I'm Matt. Good night and keep it pushing daily, man. You got it, Matt. Have a good sleep too. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like, oh, only me. I'm sure he's staying. Oh, yeah? Okay, good, good. That's good. Somebody's got to stay. Peace. Have a good sleep, buddy. Yeah, the gooning thing is unbelievable when you quit. Like, quit. Like, cold turkey quit. Number one, it's like you feel better. You don't feel disgusting anymore, right? Plus, you're not beckoning a demon to fucking take what you've expelled to, because there's talk, in the spiritual realm of that they use that shit for nasty things in the spirit realm. So you stop getting attacked so much. You do, yeah. And demonic attacks when you're sleeping are no fucking fun. I'm telling you. Not at all. When I quit gooning completely like that, oh fuck. For sure. When I went hardcore with the spiritual warfare, I was getting attacked constantly at night. For sure. Like all of a sudden, the devil was quite interested in me, and like he was coming around to find out what the fuck was, driving this fire in me. You know what I mean? He's coming around and checking it out. Oh yeah, he'd do all kinds of weird attacks on me. And but I was diligent about it. And the attacks got less and less and less until he finally fucked off. Yeah. It's yeah. And when I say there were attacks, like there's no doubt. Like you will know. You know damn well that you're being attacked. Guaranteed. It's thick. It's real. Oh boy, it's real. And it's terrifying. But as long as you're diligent about what you're doing, it'll flee. Like it'll still come around and fuck with you, but it's spiritual warfare. You got to stay diligent with it. You know what I mean? And like I said, there's people that are doing witchcraft on you all the time. Like, you just don't know about it. Daily. There's people doing it to me daily. There are people that are hell-bent on, like, who are dedicated to misunderstanding me. To misunderstanding the things that I say, dedicated to it, to reframing it to the people around me. it's kind of pathetic. You know what I mean? It kind of is. You know? When people are trying to be you. Would you want to be you? Like, I would. If I saw me, I wouldn't want to be me. You know? I don't mean it like I'm happy with who I am. I'm fine. But I mean, do you really think you're all that? Like, I don't think I'm all that. It's kind of pathetic if someone comes around and all of a sudden they want to absorb who you are and all this stuff. You're kind of looking at them like, what? You know, why? Like, these people are absolutely obsessed with me. And there's nothing to be obsessed about. Except they want what they think I have. And, you know, that's all it is. They just want to take what I have so that they can, in their mind, feel that they're on top of the social hierarchy. That's it. And then there's people who, you know, who are exes and, you know, family members and stuff like that who have it in for me, who are angry with me because they've been told that I am the reason that they're so miserable, right? And they're actively doing it to try and destroy me, right? To make me hurt, right? And so they attack the music. So, and that'll be ex-girlfriends and family members and stuff like that. They go after that. Oh yeah, like I'm telling you, I went. Okay, so I went to let's just say I have family members who work in different industries, right? We all do, right? And so I went to one facility to get some stuff done. Had to do with health and that, right? And they hadn't seen me in a while, and they were, you know, in close contact with this family member who had been lying to them about me the whole time. Probably because they can't deal with their own shame and guilt, so they're trying to put it on me, right? And so I go and I see them and I'm like, yeah, I'm back in the music, you know, industry and that. And you should have seen the disgust that came over their faces. They were so mad and trying to hide it. Oh yeah? Really? Oh yeah, huh? Like they couldn't hide it. And then it started. Oh yeah. That's when it started. Every time I went there for the thing that they were doing for me, you know, in the health industry, we'll call it. Every time I went there, they would try something else to torture me. They would try and get me to act out of sorts so they could reframe it or to do something to me. You know what I mean? Try to hurt you while they're doing the thing. Like all kinds of things, right? For sure. It was absolutely incredibly terrible. I should have never went to them. You know? But I thought, I don't know what I was thinking. They did a good job last time. You know? It was the devil telling me that there would be no better for me, lying to me that I should go to them, kind of thing, right? But I mean, they were doing it for that family member because that family member was reframing me as the worst person on the planet, so that they can deal with their own shame in that manner, put it all onto me. Like a scapegoat, right? Kind of thing. This shit happens, man. Now you're watching it in real time. You did. You watched me being hoovered down until I was like if you look at I look over right now at some of the thumbnails. I look sick. I look white as a ghost. I look like I was slowly drifting. The corners of my mouth are back up again. I have color in my face. You know what I mean? I look at these thumbnails, I look rough. For sure. Look at this. Look at that. Like, look at this. Look how sick I look. I look fucking rough. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know? And so, I mean, I'm teaching you this because this kind of thing goes on and happens to everybody in the world. This has probably happened to you before and will happen to you in the future and that. And you need to learn about it if you're going to, be okay and be well in that. And I want that for you. I want you to be okay. And I want you to be well in the world. And the thing I want to get across, though, is don't let it get to you. Pray blessings on their lives so that way they stop being tormented and maybe they'll leave you alone. As well as, they're getting hit 3 times as hard as what they're dishing out to you. They have to keep up the facade once they wean you out, once they weed you out of the group, and they can't keep it up. Plus, you're not there to hoover off of in order to feed themselves, in order to do the thing. So they'll pick somebody else in the group to do it too, and that's usually how the group figures it out, right? For sure. They don't get away with it. And they don't get away with it for long, just for a little while. Yeah. And then they destroy their own reputation in the end. They destroy their own lives. If what they're dishing out at you coming back at them threefold doesn't destroy them in the midst of them trying to do the thing. Yeah, for sure. But you know what? Pray blessings over them. Love them. They're hurting too. They're having a rough time. And, just pray to bring them back to God. Just say, God, bring them back to you. Yeah, get that demon away from them. They're destroying their lives and, they're sending demons after me. And, yeah, it's the only thing you can do is pray for your enemy's well-being. Because if you can get the devil away from them, they'll stop hurting you. They will. Because they're being tricked into doing it. It's in the head, right? They're being lied to. The war is for your mind. So they attack you in your mind. And demons attack you through other people. You know what I mean? And witchcraft is something more than just doing spells and burning candles and having altars and incense and stuff like that. It's also, in the social world. It's, when you gather a bunch of people and you gaslight them into thinking things about somebody so that way you can make a thing happen, and that's witchcraft. I didn't know that was called witchcraft too, but it's a form of witchcraft. Yeah. Pretty crazy, huh? Yeah. So it's like, yeah. All my enemies watching right now, God bless you. I pray for you. And I plead the blood of Jesus Christ of Nazareth all over you, all over your lives, your souls, your finances, your love lives, your endeavors, your physical well-being, your psychological well-being. I pray that you have blessings, that you have a sound mind, that God brings you a sound mind and soul, and that life becomes better for you, and that you find love and peace and happiness. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, amen. And if right here, when I said that name, if you feel that there's something stirring up in here, you might need deliverance. It means that there's something in you that's been tearing your life apart, that's sitting in there. And you can say God, all the things, but as soon as, someone says Jesus Christ, and that starts to stir up, you know there's something fucking with your life. Yeah, for sure. And the only thing to get rid of that is through Jesus Christ of Nazareth. That's the only way. There's no other way of fighting it. There's no other way of getting rid of it. There's no other way of fighting back against witchcraft. There's only one way. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And you know what? Being Christian is the coolest thing you'll ever experience. Think about it. You're fighting darkness, man. You're a warrior. There's nothing cooler than being a warrior. There's nothing cooler than fighting demons off. There's not, you know what? Power can only do so much, but authority trumps power. Right? So, through Christ, our Lord and Savior, you're given authority to stomp on snakes and scorpions. That's the demonic, right? And no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And though the mountains may crumble, you will not. Yeah. Think about it. Being able to fight demons out of your life and command them out of people and out of their lives. Like here, you've got authority through Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. That's how it works. You're not doing it. Christ is doing it. That if you have a relationship with Him, He will give you that authority through Him to make some things happen, good things happen for yourself and people, right? So you can't battle witchcraft with witchcraft because what's happening is they're playing ping pong with evil. So if somebody, okay, say you're in witchcraft, right? In the New Age and all that stuff, and someone throws a curse at you, and you bind it up and you do a return to sender spell, right? Well, it's like a tennis racket. And so you send that back to them. And so it bounces off your tennis racket. It goes back to that person threefold. And they send it back at you. And now it's, it's ninefold, right? And then you bat it back at them. You're just playing ping pong with it. Sooner or later, you're going to miss. And that buildup is could kill you. Right? You can't stop it. You can't fight witchcraft with witchcraft. You can't fight demons with demons. Right? But you can with Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You can fight that shit, boy. You can fight that shit off. So there's nothing cooler in the world. There's nothing tougher in this reality than being a Christian, a praying Christian. Is a dangerous Christian in the spirit realm. Yeah. And don't hate witches. Do not. They're special people. Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. They're special people. Because here's the thing. Witches are beautiful souls. They have beautiful, beautiful souls. They're anointed. They're God's children. They're special ones too. Very special ones. That's why they're doing magic in that, because they have something very special about them. And they're loving, and they do it to get some control in their lives. And they do it for people because they love people and they want to help people. Right? And they got tricked by the devil into thinking they're somebody's karma. And so that's when they start to do hexes and curses, right? Because they think that they're being a warrior for, a gentle soul. And because they're standing up and they're trying to do something good. Because they're beautiful people. They are. Right? And they don't know. They just don't know. That's all. They just don't know. And so, but what happens is at first it's all awesome. Their spells start working, beautiful things start happening, good things start happening, and then bad things start to happen. You know, their kids get sick, you know, people in their family get into car accidents, all kinds of crazy shit starts happening, and they start becoming, you know, spiritually paranoid and all that stuff, and they slowly start to change and get angrier and angrier, and then the witches are fighting each other and they're attacking each other, and the devil's laughing because he's taken God's anointed children who are special, very special, and would be very, very dangerous as Christians in the spirit realm, gathered them up, offered them a lie, and gave them, you know, spells to do and stuff like that because they're very powerful, beautiful people, right? So love them because they're very special people, and if you can get them away from the devil and bring them back to God, they'd be very, very dangerous against the, you know, the darkness, and they could do even better things for people, for sure, because then they could fight demons off of the poor souls that they're trying to stand up for. You know what I mean? That's what they really are there for. It's just that the devil's fucking taken them, stole them from everybody, and offered them a lie, and are trying to destroy them, right? That's the truth. Yeah, for sure. So pray for your enemies. Pray good things for them. Pray, give them love. You know what I mean? Pray for good things for them. That's all you can do, for real. Yeah. Yeah. Don't give into the social hierarchy bullshit. Don't do it. No, not at all. I swear to God, I watch what goes on online, you know, and all the drama and stuff like that, and it makes me sad. It really does, for sure. Especially like the people that, you know, I remember seeing, um, I remember when debating started, and it was sort of like sort of, it was like a high calling. It was something that was supposed to be used to make good things happen, you know, in the world. And then it became all about um, exposing each other and, you know, tearing each other off of each other's pedestals, trying to get up on top of the other one. You know what I mean? At any cost. Shaming, public shaming each other. You know, trying to catch each other in words, mixing each other's words up, getting them confused, you know? And now it's just, yeah, it's just demons firing them up to attack each other for clout, for admiration, to be worshipped. These demons want to be worshipped through people. Yeah, they do. It's not the people. They're being lied to. They're being fooled just the same. Yeah, we're all being duped. You know what I mean? Absolutely, 100% we are. Yeah. Yeah, and all the drama, all the all the gossip, you know, it's witchcraft. Gossip is witchcraft. That's it just is. Now, I'm drawn to watching it because I'm because I'm like I'm interested in what the fuck is happening to us as human beings. I think we all are. We're all watching this dumpster fire happen to us all. But the problem is that it's still gossip. It's a catch-22. It's like I'm watching it to find out what's happening to people. I love tuna salad too. Uh, But I'm like watching gossip. It's like, fuck. It's a dumpster fire online. It really is. It really is. And it's getting more and more childish as we go. People are becoming more and more childish. So it's like the behavior that I'm seeing now is the same behavior I saw in grade 7. Yeah. The whole crashing out game? You know that? It's a game. It's a game. It's totally a game. It is. It's public humiliation. That's what it is. Yeah. It's demonic. And the people that are laughing and pointing and laughing, because that's what it is. Okay, I only saw that shit. Actually, I've never seen that shit. Like, if I were to look way back before all that was going on, if someone were to drive someone crazy into screaming and yelling in public and then filming them and pointing and laughing and spreading it around, they'd be in prison. For real. But now it's become a sport. It has. A terrible, terrible sport. And if it was done in class, which is usually what you would see, grade 6, grade 7, maybe earlier, right? It was children doing that. And that all went away, like maybe grade 9, you see the tail end of it, grade 10, and it's gone by then. 11, 12, oh, it's gone. Nobody acts like that after that. Like when I was like 17, I remember, and I was playing in the cabarets and that, if I were to think back, no one acted like that. No one acted like little children. We were all young adults. Yeah, we were. We had relationships and girlfriends and jobs and, and tight, circles of friends, and we were all respectable and cared for each other, and that no one did stuff like that. If someone were to back then all of a sudden do something like that, they would be shunned and thrown out of the group, and who knows, like someone might even, they would be labeled like a real troublemaker, and a pariah. Everybody would move away from them and even call the police in some cases. If someone were to drive someone crazy in public and stand there and laugh and point, someone would call the police. Someone would call the cops, or they would kick the shit out of them. No one would get away with that. Now it's a sport, Now it's like people hide behind, burner accounts, and will just attack people online. They would just work somebody up into going crazy, which is absolutely horrendous. You're not supposed to make somebody crazy. That's illegal. You can't just go and make someone insane and make them act crazy. You know what I mean? And then point and laugh, or just attack someone, or to gang up on somebody and attack them with horrible things, I would say, to shame, to pull them down, to destroy them, and maybe even cause them to take themselves out. That's illegal. That's brutal. It might as well be murder. You know what I mean? Sure. But it's happening all over the internet. Because people, in their minds, they want to be at the top of the social hierarchy. So they'll do anything to get up there. Anything. Anything to get up to the top of the social hierarchy. Right? For sure. For a while there, it was all about how much money you pulled in. So power. But authority trumps power. It does. Power is not going to get you much. It just doesn't. You might be able to get a bunch of people to do some things, but that's it. Then what? You go to bed at night and you tell yourself you're a lie. Look at all this power I have. I'm at the top of the social hierarchy. No, you're not. A bunch of people hate you because you did some terrible things with your power. Plus, they all want to be you, but they don't want to be you. They want your power. So you're hated and you're being, it's never ending. Yeah, it's all demonic. It really is. I wanted to get all that out there because I think, I think that if you take this and apply it to life, things can get good. Good night, Marc. Love you, bro. From your godly entity. Aw, you're a godly entity too, Diljan. I love you guys too. You guys are going to bed or what? Anybody else kicking around? If not, I'll jump offline. I think this was a good stream. I think I said all the things that need to be said for sure, yeah. Unless there's some funny shit you want me to react to, but I think all that's going to be is drama. Oh, God bless you guys. So yeah, you guys all going to bed? Let me know if you want me to keep going. Jump in and say I'm still here. If not, then I'll let you guys go and I'll go eat some food and kick back and yeah, all the things and that. No, everybody's going to bed. Okay. All right. Well, you guys eat some tuna salad. Yeah, I was thinking about tuna. I've actually got a can of tuna. I got a tomato. I've got some hot peppers, and I've got some noodles. So I was just thinking of making this big concoction and just eat that and watch a movie or something cool like that. Yeah. I don't have bread or anything like that, or else I'd make tuna salad. Yeah. Maybe I'll go buy some stuff tomorrow and make tuna salad. And I'll be thinking of you, Diljan. Yeah, it sounds like a good night. Damn right it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, you guys. I fucking love yous. I hope you learned something, and I hope that you can apply that. And, peace and love yous too, man. You guys have a good night. Okay? Okay. Night. Love ya. Bye.